hear what they say. Oh no, we're on our way. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Woo-hoo!
Yo, 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 yo. It's Escape to Reality with Justine
and Geneva. Hello, woo-hoo. Happy Friday. We made it.
Oh my God, it feels good. Friday. I bought a shirt that has on the pocket, there's a French fry and then it says Friday. And like
that's some real hipster shit.
Understand it. Yeah. It's
he
very
didn't?
youthful. I bought it at Forever. Yeah, he said the wrong thing. I bought it at Forever 21.
Oh, that's good. So we're Escape to Reality. We are a podcast where we focus on all things reality TV. We started with Bravo because Bravo's our first love, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. But of course, we watch every other trash show out there, so
yes,
we're here for it all. We also got to shout out our interview we had this week with Brooke from Below Deck Med. We're going to be wrapping up that season. So sweet. And we also had our amazing Twitter best friend, Jaquanda, join us to talk Married to Med, and she's going to be joining us again. She's going to be joining us again next week. Shout out to her. She was awesome.
She'll be back.
Right.
And let's do her Twitter real quick. What's her Twitter?
Oh, God.
Okay, it's at LOV3JONES 31. Love without the E 3 Jones 31.
Shout out. Baby. Yeah, shout out to her. Also, we just got to say, please subscribe on iTunes. Write us a review. We really appreciate hearing from you. Anything you want to let us know about shows, any dirt, hit us up on Twitter at Escape2Pod. Anything. We're here for it.
You want to talk about your monthly cycle? I don't care.
I don't want to talk about that. Okay. All right. So first we're going to dive into celebrity gossip. And so what do you got for me today?
All right. Well, number one is a huge story that I'm still picking it up off the floor. Okay. Jenny, I know you don't watch, but flipping out, Jeff Lewis and Jenny Poulos, they've broken up. It's really sad. They're friends. Okay. So the backstory is that he's had a design company. I'm not sure how long that she actually worked for him, but at some point, and they've always showed up until now, and they've gotten in a fight in the past, and she's actually sued him before. They've actually gotten in a fight before, and they got past it. And she's actually his godmother to his daughter that is only less than 2 years old. So this is crazy that this is happening. It's unbelievable, because on the show, they make it seem like she works there. And it's sad to know the true inner workings of a Bravo TV show, and it makes me sick, actually. Okay, so
I saw
this. She actually is employed by Bravo for the past few years. She just shows up to film and then leaves that day. He said it right out of his mouth. Out of the horse's mouth. It's only his side. It's not her side. But she accused him of assault. They had to go through all this crazy long process, but he was cleared at the end. And he said it wasn't even like that big of a fight. But
So do you believe him that crazy. She was employed by Bravo?
Yes. I believe that he knows how it works, and that if she put a lawsuit out, that he wouldn't be able to say anything. So he had to spill his guts before she filed a lawsuit against him, and now he is even up to lose his job. He said, I'm risking losing my job. He said Andy Cohen emailed him while he was on and said, I need to talk to you, Jeff. So he might get fired. I hope not. He's very entertaining. And his show would be great without it's really sad that they're breaking up, but it just blows my mind that she hasn't been working for him and that she was hired. And a coworker of mine even goes, do you think that Lisa, shout out to my friend Lisa, she said that, and she was totally spot on. She sniffed it out. So
crazy.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy and it's really sad, but I just am blown away. I don't want to know the inner workings. I don't want to know that Tom and Katie refilmed a scene of them throwing something in their face. I don't want to know that. So
I don't either.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer. So, moving on.
What's number two?
Number two is American Woman is canceled. Kyle
Big
Richards
surprise.
show off of Paramount. I actually liked the show, and it's interesting
I never watched.
to me.
Well, this is the thing. I don't know where to find Paramount Network. Like, it seems like I don't even know what channel that is.
Yeah, it's an on-demand type situation.
Okay.
And sorry. And so, it's just the same TV. Okay, so the same TV show type situation TV show is Younger, which is on TV Land, which I absolutely adore. You adore it. And it works. I'm addicted to it. From the season 1, I was addicted to it.
Guess where Younger is moving to?
Right. So
Paramount Network.
Paramount, right.
The Kiss of Death.
And so, I guess Darren Star is making another show for that station.
Oh, okay.
And then, and so, and also they're trying to make it like the Thursday headline. So they're trying to like amp up the show, I guess. Which TV Land isn't the greatest station either.
No.
I mean, I'll watch Younger no matter what. I hope it doesn't get canceled. I really love it. So it's just interesting. I feel bad for Kyle. She's probably really bummed. I mean,
well,
who
evidently
knows how much she did,
Evidently it caused a bunch of drama between her and her sisters too. So that kind of sucks. I think they were beefing again over it. So she also
you
had
never
some
watched
family
it?
No, I didn't.
You should check it out sometime.
Nah, I'm good. If a show's canceled, I will pass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My coworker actually watched it. She said it was good too. She liked it, and she watched it to the end. It was a cliffhanger, so she's bummed.
I have a story.
Alicia Silverstone's adorable. All right, go on.
I have a story. I don't know if you saw Kelly Dodd on Instagram, but evidently her brother leaked a story saying her and somebody were doing cocaine all the time together. And she put up an Instagram like slamming him, and it looked like, I think not her mom, but somebody else in her family, like saying she can't wait to go to his funeral and all this crazy shit. Like she completely lost
funeral?
it. Like
she's
dark,
mentally ill.
Crazy shit. It was nuts.
She's mentally ill for sure.
Yeah, she's off her rocker.
She definitely is. She's wild. And I'm not shocked that she's doing cocaine. She's crazy. Definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
What else you got? Any other stories?
Last story is Denise Richards. She is now going to be the newest member on the Real House of Beverly Hills.
I was going to ask you about this.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, God. But she's also engaged to her boyfriend, a little hottie with a body, Aaron Pfeiffer's. And so I'm excited for her. I'm happy for her. She doesn't have to be with any, she can be with a
did
hot
you
man.
Did you hear about?
Yes.
Oh, is that are you going to tell me this?
Yes, go ahead. You tell me what you think. Okay.
No, about Lisa Vanderpump?
She's supposedly fighting with Lisa Vanderpump. I don't know if I believe it, but something big has happened because Kyle Richards was on the Jeff Lewis show, and she said that something huge happened already big in the season. They always say that, but it's maybe something did, and they're fighting maybe with Lisa Vanderpump and Erica. I don't know which one I'd rather. I'd rather see her fight with the Pump. I don't want to see her fight with Erica because it makes me uncomfortable.
Erica gets crazy. I would never want to fight Erica.
The Pump is a fun fighter.
Yeah.
She's a lot of back talk and a lot of bullshit, but
yeah.
Erica scares me. She's like laser beams out of her eyes.
You have any other gossip, or should we move into some Bravo?
Let's move on.
All right.
It's the Bravo breakdown.
Whoo! All right, let's do it. Okay, we are gonna start with Dallas, Real Housewives of Dallas.
I think fun.
I think the theme of this episode was kind of like words matter. Like they were just going on and on about like your words. You have to choose your words. But we began with the Bash the Baby continuing fight in Beaver Creek. Cameron cannot let anything go. She's just it's really crazy to see somebody so fixated on something and just repeating it over and over again. It's wild.
Reminds me of myself. Poor
They go on snowmobiling, and Brandy and Cameron make up.
Looks so fun. That's my type of day.
It did look fun. Cameron also she said in the beginning, just I don't know why these girls don't think I'm fun. I am an avalanche of fun. That's literally what she said. I'm like, she can be many things, but not an avalanche of fun. That's not quite how I would describe her.
She's letting more and more loose, and I think I like her. I think she's fun to watch. Yeah.
I would hate to be friends with her. Hate it. I would just ugh.
I feel like I've had someone in my life like her, and they were just entertained by me, and eventually you crack that shell.
Yeah, that's what Brandy's trying to do, I think.
Yeah.
So Deandra and Brandy, Deandra apologized for saying that Brandy was abusing ADHD medication.
Adderall, yeah.
They get drunk at lunch.
Keeps your ass skinny.
Oh, okay. So they get drunk at lunch and start talking about whether if you were stuck in the woods and like you were lost, if you would eat a person. I thought it was a very weird conversation.
Well, I guess they talk about the weirdest stuff. I mean, I guess I if I had to, but I'm not looking forward to doing it. If I get stuck with Tyler, he's definitely going to eat me, but
he'd eat you first.
He'd probably live. I'd probably outlive. I would be. I mean, I definitely have more meat on my bones, but
yeah.
Who do you think would outlive who do you think would outlive each other? You or Dorian?
Dorian, 100%. He can last a really long time without eating.
Yeah, so can Tyler. I get crazy.
Oh my God, I would be like, I would, not that I'm going straight to a human, but I would be eating some weird, like, I don't know if there's like plants or like, I would
be
definitely
eating
snow.
Yeah.
Me too. I wouldn't be able to survive.
I
think this was the first time that I saw like Deandra like be really fun. She was kind of like a drunk, fun person this whole episode. I found her pretty entertaining. Deandra
was fun. It was interesting to see her without makeup on. I liked it. I wish all Housewives was like I have a whole all no makeup season to be fun. I saw a video of her and her mom on QVC or HSN like 20 years ago, and it is wild. She does not look anything like she looks now.
Really?
I would never recognize her. It is insane.
What does she look like?
The mom looks exactly the same, but she just looks like a just different person. Not worse, not any better. But it just doesn't look like a natural. I guess it's just a naturally aged person. So you just don't see the.
Yeah.
It's really wild. You should Google it, anybody. It was really fun. It was really interesting to see, but it was fun. I liked seeing that as well.
Yeah. So Deandra and Leanne evidently got into a fight late at night. Of course, there were no cameras over who was the queen.
What does that even help? What?
I don't know. I just don't understand. How does
Brandy not bust out her phone?
Right. Like, remember what was the season of Housewives?
Heather Dubrow would do that. She got the phone out in the.
Yep.
She was the MVP that season. Why is Heather Dubrow gone? But we'll get into that. I don't know, some other day.
Carrie, so whatever. So the next morning, everybody kind of goes off and does their own thing. Carrie goes skiing alone. She's like super active. She's like that
weirdo.
She's that annoying friend that if like you're on vacation for 2 days, it's like, oh my God, I have to work out. Like I have to work out.
She freaks me out. I like her sometimes, and I don't know about 75-25 on her.
Agreed.
Hate her husband,
then,
though. But he's growing on me. I don't hate him as much. But
I think he's complete weirdo, dressing her like a doll. It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
Leanne is like getting a little jealous of Brandy and Deandra's new formed friendship. She says Brandy and Deandra's friendship is explained by one river, alcohol, which I thought was great.
Whose isn't?
Yeah, right. Deandra and Brandy go to this like shop to buy like a cowboy hat, and she tries on like a necklace. It's $2,000, and she's like, I'm already spending $4,600 on a belt and a hat and boots. I was like, how is it possible that shit is $4,700?
Oh my God.
It looked like the Von Dutch.
Fun, but she was buying
a
hat and boots and all that.
It looked like, what was that designer that was the designer behind Von Dutch? Do you remember that guy? What was his name? Like Christian something. And there were.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Christian.
what I'm talking about? God, what the fuck was that?
So, it looked very staged when they went in there and they had the champagne ready for them.
Of course.
I didn't like that. I'm done with the whole staging thing. Just let people organically do what they want to do. And she ripped up the itinerary. It was just stupid.
Also, yeah, so they get through that, and then it shows that Leanne was in a bunch of pageants because they start talking about this queen fight again between Leanne and Deandra. I thought that was trippy that she was a pageant person. I didn't really see that vibe from her.
Christian Augier.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy. That's exactly. Oh, he did?
2015.
Oh, what?
I guess I'm not going to have a Von Dutch line anytime soon.
But that's what that stuff reminded me of, is like a shitty Von Dutch kind of vibe. Like a very cheap. You know, when rich people buy shit that's like.
Sorry. God rest your soul. Sorry.
Sad. What was I saying? Oh, Leanne. So they go to dinner, and Leanne gets pestered about why her and Rich aren't married or getting married because they've been engaged.
Oh my God, because Rich is a weirdo and he put on a good fake facade the first season.
Well, you saw she was like, it has to, he's losing his vision. So it really all has to do with the eye patch, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah, he's losing his mind. Right.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. What do you think is the deal with their relationship? Do you think they'll ever get married?
I used to like it when it was curly and bouncy. I don't like the Cher long look. Kim Kardashian is just screwing people left and right. I don't think they need to get married, and maybe they just shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree.
What are they gotta get married for? They're not gonna have kids. They don't need to get married. Just he bought her a nice ring. Just move on.
I know. I agree.
And you know what, Deandra? Get out of her face. You're nuts. You're like a little pit bull. Relax. No, but everybody doesn't. Just let people go on their own journey. It doesn't matter. So whatever is good for everybody, it doesn't matter. She was in her face, it looked like, for 10 minutes. It was crazy. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was. She's very aggressive. When she like gets talking to people, she really does get in their face. Like, I don't get it. It's aggressive.
I don't know. It was just really weird. Just leave her alone.
Yeah. What else happened this episode? Leanne, like, they have a fake pageant.
Especially if someone's been married 3 times. Or something.
Who's been married 3 times? Rich?
You can't blame the guy for not wanting to get married 4.
Well, why did he propose then? Like, what's the point of it all? It makes no sense. If you're not going to get married, don't get married. Don't get engaged.
Yeah, just buy her a nice ring and move on.
Don't even buy her a ring. Buy her a pair of earrings and just say, you're the one.
Do whatever you want. Right, yeah. Give her a high five.
Yeah. Give her another eye patch so she can match it.
You'll be the high patch. You'll be the eye patch couple.
I thought it was funny. Leanne like had this rap that was like super terrible, and Cameron was like, "That was great singing." Like, she doesn't even know what rap is. I thought it was very, very funny.
I thought she is cute. I thought it was sweet that. Well, I wish it was when Stephanie was there, but when Stephanie left, and Brandy went to Cameron and was like, "Let's do this together." Cameron looked like a little child who got picked to do something.
100%.
Really sweet.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
And I liked Brandy. It was fun watching them dance and like they get crazy. She's really sexually frustrated though. If you
see it.
Notice, I don't.
She's like touching a lot of people,
but she wants to get banged really bad because she's only had sex with one person her whole life. So she's just dying for it. I think.
It's weird. It's like she's very. I think probably every woman listening can identify with having a friend that like when she gets drunk is a little handsy. Like there's a lot of chicks out there like that.
Like me.
Like, well, no, you're not like a molester though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess
like,
so.
There are some. I had some friends in college, man. You would get trashed. They were all over you. Like all
really?
Over you.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, 100%. So I think that's
only
like
molest cats.
Yeah. Oh my God. So everyone, one of my favorite stories about Justine. We once went down out to the bars. It was a long night. We came back in a cab where Justine was harassing the driver the entire time to show his private parts. So that'll tell you what we were dealing with. And we got home and we got out of the car. We were walking down the street and like we lived in a beach town, like not the cleanest area, but like, you know, you're close to the beach. And she just picked up a stray cat and was like holding it next to her face, like wanted to murder it. You were hugging that thing so tight. It was great.
Oh my God.
Anyways, we digress. Do you have any other Dallas thoughts?
I just think it was nice to see Deandra do the dice drop or whatever the F that was.
I didn't like that.
It was really weird. No. It was really bizarre. Brandy's reenactment of the fight, though, had me laughing out loud.
Okay.
I don't laugh out loud all the time, but that was really funny.
She needs to be an actress. She can do great impressions.
It was hilarious.
I know.
Wasn't that funny?
Yes.
I was laughing out loud. Yeah, it was. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, she was good.
And let me see any other notes. Leanne, to me, Leanne's the queen. I don't know why, even over Brandy and Deandra. Even though Deandra gives off an essence of a queen, to me, even though Deandra thinks she's above Leanne, I feel like at the end of the day, even with the audience, Leanne's beloved, and she's the queen to me. Who do you think is the queen?
No, I would agree. I mean, she's the most central figure. I mean, she brings all the drama. She's been very well behaved this season, but she's still great.
even boring. I would never get rid of her.
No.
It's interesting. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's jealous of her.
All right. We're going to move on to New York reunion, part 3. And I continue to say we do not need 3-part reunions. I do not need a 3-part reunion.
Especially, well, it would have been 3 if they had Luann.
If they had Luann,
they would have focused
100%.
on Luann 1.
Yeah.
You don't focus on this BS forever. I don't need to look at these crippling people anymore.
So Carol, it just goes right back to Carol and Bethany with Carol in the reading glasses, like reading all her texts. About the scarf guy.
They need to cut that. Listen to me, please.
What's with them and this scarf dude, the guy in the red scarf at the speed dating? Who fucking cares?
God, the guy probably
my favorite
at home and he just loving it.
So I just found Carol throughout the entire reunion's entire energy to be like bizarre, super aggressive, defensive, in La La Land, wouldn't admit to a single thing. Like, it was very weird,
really
like,
wild, and
weird,
aggressive, and crazy.
Like, she even says Tinsley and her weren't friends. Like, right to Tinsley's
really
face.
Mean. Poor Tinsley.
So
and
weird.
She's so cute. And if I was Tinsley, I'd say F you. And they were filmed at the Pamela Roland fashion show in New York City. Yeah. I wish I was a New York City light and I was there with them. I would just be.
Carol said she's sensitive to emotional energy and that she got a brain scan and has like a large hippopotamus or whatever the hell it's called.
That was bizarre. I want to know what I got because I got the opposite. I'm a mess.
Weird.
I let my emotions control everything.
She also says, I self-identify as a journalist.
Why'd she have a brain scan?
I don't know. It was very weird.
You know, I'm team Bethany, but I wasn't team let's go through our resumes because you know what? Bethany, I don't know. Yeah, you've had a high, but you got to keep it going, and it doesn't look like you're keeping it going.
Well, also, it's just like the entire thing is so petty and stupid. Like, it's just not even. They clearly don't want to be friends, and they are on 2 different planets, so it's not even like worth it to me.
And Carol's saying she didn't say anything during the season. It was only after she saw
ridiculous.
it. No, Carol, you're taking blows. We're obviously Team Bethany. Any listeners who are Team Carol probably want to throw the thing out the window. I can see where you're coming from, but I guess I'm brainwashed by Bethany. It was bizarre.
I don't understand how Carol is defensible at all in this. Like, she just seems so weird, like off to me. Like, she's a different person wearing those sheer knit boots or whatever those boots are. Like, she's freaking Beyonce. Like, calm down.
She has changed.
She has changed for sure.
To say that to Tinsley was really bitchy.
It was so weird. What else? So Sonia is finally out of the townhouse. Another unpaid intern was there helping her. Did you see that?
I think she moved into an FIT dorm.
I know. Where is she living? I hope she has a great apartment.
She says she's in some penthouse. Well, why didn't we see it?
I was thinking the same thing.
Because she said she moved into a hotel or something.
No, she said an apartment with like a balcony or something.
Right. I heard her somewhere though. She goes, I had to get out of there quick, so I was in a hotel, and then I forget. Maybe it was. God, where did I see that? I don't know.
I love that Sonia just continues to have a stream of unpaid interns who just like
that's bizarre.
It's so weird. Can you imagine?
Over every Wednesday night. What does she do with them? And they really want to come Wednesday after Wednesday?
I know, it seems weird.
How does she have money to feed them?
Oh, Ramona killed me when she stood up in the middle of them having a conversation with a leg cramp. Did you see this?
That was bizarre. Oh my God, I loved it. She is just crazy, and her eyes aren't shutting, and she looks like a robot.
Oh God,
she does it after sex too.
Probably gets up and like stretches that hip.
She's like smacking her leg.
The Columbia trip.
Sex, she's like, that felt so good.
Yeah, hitting it. They recapped the Columbia trip, which again, they almost died on the boat.
That was wild. I love Sonia and Ramona's friendship, though.
Yeah. I also like they referenced the terrible diarrhea that they all got.
Oh my God, that was so parasites. They're like, I had 1, I had 2. It's like, I don't even know how many you have.
Right? And Ramona like pooped on the floor, and she said it just came running out of me. It was so fucking disgusting. Those poor people who had to clean that house. I feel terrible for them.
They showed the maid scrubbing the bed. Like I don't know if that was just like that was sick. That was wrong.
Can you imagine if like this is the thing about hotels and Airbnbs and shit? You never know what people do on these beds ever.
Exactly.
And you're putting your face in
it, and you're sleeping in a hotel, and you think about it. And the comforters, are they changing? They don't wash. It's gross. But the dirty comforter goes back onto the clean sheets, right?
Yes. So
how does that work? Why is the comforter used time and time again for the same person? Are they?
I don't know.
The comforters changed?
No, they're not. You've never seen.
How does that work?
When have you ever seen a maid take the comforter out and put a new comforter in? It doesn't happen. There's no way.
That is disgusting.
I know, it's so unsanitary.
I'm in a bar if I can't stay in a hotel anymore.
When you really think about it,
can't go
so
anywhere.
Gross. I know. Yeah, so I think like I'm glad Carol's off the show. I really wish they would bring Jill back. Come on, Bravo.
Bring Jill.
Even if it's 5 episodes. She can be a contributor. I just want her on TV.
Yeah. The only other person I can think of is the girl from the Gastineau girl, Lisa Gastineau.
Ugh, no.
I like her.
Yeah.
I think she'd be a good fit.
They've tried to be on TV too many times. Do you know what I mean?
She'd be interesting with a bunch of women, I think. She's pretty. I'd give her a shot if I was a casting director. I'd give her it over any of the other stupid women. Cindy Barbershop.
Yeah, true. You have any other New York thoughts? They're already filming the next season, so it may not be long.
That's very, very, very. I love the cut back to Luann saying in Colombia when she's like saying, God, Ramona's such a pain in the ass. That was hilarious. I love that. That makes me smile. I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so true because she just is perfect. She just is a pain in the ass. Okay. This is cruel, but I'm always shocked when when Carol's running at the marathon and her parents are there, like that her parents are still alive, because it seems to me they should be long dead, but it just blows my mind. It gives me faith that my parents will be alive when I'm older. But
would you ever run a marathon?
No, I don't really ever want to. I hope I never get that crazy bug. I just never want to.
This is what I don't understand, and if people can explain this to me, great. I don't understand why it's something that everybody needs to like act like Carol. It was like she climbed Mount Everest naked. Like, you chose to run 25 miles for some god-awful reason and hobble across. Why do I need to think like that's not like a life sacrifice. You chose to do it. I don't get it.
It's bizarre. She's dying for, she's really going through something. I swear. She's transitioning from, she's really going through it. I think the breakup from Adam is really screwing her up more than she'll ever admit. Yeah,
she is trying to dress like a 20-year-old, so you may be right. But we love the New York. I think was a great season overall. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Any other New York thoughts?
That's it for those New York bitches.
Bye. We'll see you guys, I guess, next year, right? I wonder when it'll come back. Summer, I guess. Let's move to Shahs of Sunset. We haven't talked about Shahs much, but it's starting to pick up.
It's taken a while.
Yeah,
really I still failed, I think, with Nima.
I just love watching them. They don't have to be dramatic to me to be entertaining, because
we don't need Nima forced down our throats.
Yeah, they're really trying with Nima. They start with MJ doing some wedding planning. I just have to comment on MJ's clothes. I don't understand why everything she wears has to be so tight and like one move away from a tit out. Like everything.
Where does she find them?
What do you mean? Where does she find? I mean, she just buys like normal shit, but she gets it too small. Like everything is too tight. I don't understand.
It doesn't look like normal clothes to me though. It looks like a 1999 579. I don't know, a Charlotte Russe maybe. She's
Fashion Nova.
She seems yes, Fashion Nova.
Have you ever heard
an American Gladiator in the bathing suit?
Have you ever heard of a bridal bath? That's what she calls it.
Never.
Like,
okay,
bizarre. Me neither. I thought that was so weird.
I've never heard of that. I'd rather go to a baby sip and see.
Nima and Gigi. I guess Nima looks like he owns like a legit business, like a media marketing company. And
I don't even understand what's going on there.
I love Gigi saying that she began using cannabis for her rheumatoid arthritis or whatever the hell.
Yeah, it probably does help, but it's just like...
Right, but it's like, that's not... You didn't start smoking weed 2 years ago.
Like, pot. Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on.
You just figured out a way to monetize it, honey.
Yes, 100%. Also, I thought it was weird. Nima said, like, listen, if I help her with this and she makes millions and we get married, then I'll get it in the divorce settlement. I was like, what? Like, that's
I noticed that more than anything in the whole show. That was creepy.
I thought that was very weird.
Really bizarre. You're not getting married, weirdo. Move on.
Right. And then it goes to Reza, who's doing a deal with these very tan white people to do a hairline, like shampoos and stuff. So I have two things to say. One, he gives them $500,000 like it's a check for $50. How much money do you think Reza has, and where is it from?
I just think they got family money for days.
But his family, like, it seems like all of their families, while they're established, are not like super, super wealthy. I think they just know how to invest. I think
they're just not extravagant people, and they just got money in the bank. And
I'm sorry, not extravagant people.
they're
covered in gold.
They're extravagant. Yeah. Well, I think they got money, and they just got it in the bank. I think they just we have more than you'd think. Living in Beverly Hills luxuriously, and he's I think he has a pretty successful real estate behind the scenes, maybe. Who knows? I don't think he has time for that now. Yeah, right. But I think mommy and daddy have more money than we think.
Yeah, I guess. He met these people at the dog park, which I'm like, what the fuck? Nobody comes to me at the dog park and starts trying to offer me.
He's selling him a house?
No. He was at the dog park with his dog, and they approached him and said, like, you have great hair. And then now all of a sudden they're doing a hair business.
Oh, that's what it was. I lost interest in them. Oh. A hair. Well, he's got a great hairline. Look at his heritage. Come on. Yeah. No, nobody. If you don't have that heritage, you're never gonna get hair like him.
That's so true. So Destiny has a party for some cars or some shit. Wasn't quite sure what was happening there, but I have to comment. Every episode this season, anytime they go anywhere, Shervin and Gigi go together. Like he always picks her up. It's weird. It's like they arrive as a date.
Either they're going to end up together, or they should have ended up together.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what the hell is going on, but he puts up with her shit and takes care of her. So either he's gay or I don't know.
I love the style of the Shahs. Like, everything the Shahs girls wear, like, even though it's opulent over the top, I just love the style. Like, I love Destiny's vibe. Like, she's very kind of Jenny on the block, but like the Persian.
She is Jenny on the block.
But like the Persian sense. And like, I just love it. I love the gold and they wear lots of black and tight. And like, I just love their style. I think it's like, I wish I could dress like that all the time.
You can.
Yeah, I guess I could. What else? Oh, Destiny went on this date with this guy, and then he stands her up, and I thought it was so sweet. MJ calls him and leaves this like crazy message, like threatening him.
I know. I love her. She's my best friend.
Yeah. They also. So then it kind of transitions to the bridal bath. Bridal bath. What the fuck is that?
Bath?
I've never heard that in my life.
She's making shit up.
But so it's like, it kind of shows her and Tommy seem like they're like beefing a little bit. They have a little bit of like I don't know, like a tiff. They seem like they're arguing, and she's really annoyed that he's not involved in the wedding. But like anybody who's ever planned a wedding with a man, like they typically are not overly involved. So I don't really know what she's complaining about.
All right, here, the definition of a bridal bath.
Yes.
It's a Turkish tradition.
Oh, okay. That's why we don't know.
Right. All right, go on. Keep talking. It's just,
I apologize for our ignorance to our Persian friends.
Yes.
We're like, what the fuck is that? And it's like a time-honored tradition.
Sounds nice, I'll go to a bridal bath. Okay, here it is. For Turkish people, well, this is interesting. The bridal bath is a traditional and special ritual in the Turkish custom of marriage. Just a day before the wedding ceremony, the bride or her mother invite a batch of female friends and family members to take a bath in a public bathroom. Okay, so that is the ancient, thing, ceremony. She's obviously modernized it. I used to live in a Jewish bathhouse, or Jewish next to it. The Jewish women would like,
you lived in a Jewish bathhouse?
Well, I rented an apartment. It was half split from Hasidic Jewish people. And I lived
really?
Next door to.
You've never told me this.
Oh, I never did. I lived next door to a what's a Jewish
Hasidic
church?
Oh, a temple.
Or
a temple?
A temple? Is it a temple?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A temple. Yeah, I lived right next door, but it was called something. Oh, I can't think of it. Anyway, so they had the curls in their hair and everything. They'd walk to the temple every Saturday, but they rented to me and my boyfriend at the time. We weren't married or anything. They didn't care. They took our money, but it was a cool apartment. Anyway, so in the half of it, we shared a washer and dryer with these people. They washed their like bathrobes and stuff. But they had a pool. And they would just cleanse their things after their period or whatever every month. And
what do you mean, like a kiddie pool or an actual
pool? No,
pool?
like an infinity pool, like an in-ground pool, like in a half of their house. Huh. So it was really interesting. And they were nice people, whatever. It was a nice apartment and it was a good price and nice area. And I learned about their life, but it made me think of that. The same type of situation. But yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so they're at the bridal bath, and let's see. Oh, Vita. I just have to comment. I love Vita. I feel like MJ and Vita have come a long way. Vita is MJ's mom. She said what I love. So they were in the car driving out, and she was telling Mona, Nima's sister or whatever, that she's addicted to her phone. And she said Mona doesn't even have an important job. So she's like just talking shit already. And Vita was at the shower the entire time, and they pull out like sex toys and stuff, which I thought was funny. She was super uncomfortable.
It was nice that Vita was there. Yeah.
Yeah. She also said, I love Vita.
But it's weird to do that in front of your mom.
Yeah, your mom. She said, so many people I know better than them. She just thinks she's the shit, and I love it.
Yeah, that was funny. She's crazy. I do love her. I like that she's actually like hanging out with people. It seemed like she was hated for a while.
She was. And then so MJ comes out in a bathing suit, and Tommy arrives late, and she's like irritated. And Tommy refers to her as a smoking hot Dorito, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
She's sweet, I think.
Oh, she hated it. She was like, why? Because my spray tan's orange? It's like, yes, exactly. It's orange as shit.
Oh, maybe because I thought he just was randomly said he's her little Dorito.
Oh, no. It's because she's literally like the color of a Dorito.
I see. Guys are so stupid.
I know, right? Also, she's angry because he won't wear a wedding ring. She's kind of like
Tyler was like screaming at the TV. He's like, he's a bad guy.
Really?
And I'm like, he's a nice guy. I'm like, he went to see him in the hospital. Her dad in the hospital. And
he was a dick this episode, but I like him generally.
Yeah, he was a bad example this episode, but he was. I know.
Like my husband didn't want to
up with him.
Yeah, my husband didn't want to wear a ring either. And at first I didn't really give a shit. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. If I'm wearing a ring, you got to wear a ring. Now he wears it all the time. And so, but initially.
First initially, it's weird. It's got to be weird. Yeah.
Yeah. For men, I think, who never have worn jewelry, it's like an adjustment.
I never wore rings either. And it took me a while to get used to it. And I didn't really ever want to wear it. But now I do like it. But
yeah. So I thought what was fucked up.
I would be pissed underneath if my husband didn't.
100%. Because if you go out to dinner or something, it looks like you're cheating or some shit.
Then
you know what I mean?
Almost supposed to GPS track him. I had that in his ring.
Do you share your location 24/7?
No. I don't need to know that.
I don't either.
If I don't trust him, then I had my uncle do you have your tracker? It's like, no, I'm not tracking my husband. If I can't trust him completely, I don't need to track him. That kind of creeps me out. I might as well track his car. Yeah.
You know what college kids are doing now? I was talking to a student the other day. Like girl roommates share their location with each other, with their roommates all the time, so they can make sure if they go out, they get home, which is actually smart.
Yeah. No. With girlfriends,
yes,
yeah. What do they care?
Right,
I mean, but
exactly.
With a boyfriend, that would make me crazy, and then it would probably cause more fights than good.
100%. You'd be like, you said you were coming home, and I see you stopped here.
Yeah. Like, where the fuck are you?
Right.
I mean, I'm just crazy as it is. So I don't
yeah, you're crazy enough already. You don't need tracking ability. Are you a fucking Taco Bell?
But you better believe I'll fucking GPS my fucking kids.
Oh, you're gonna chip them?
Well, yeah, I would, and I'll put it in their shoe. or in their brain.
Whatever, shoe brain.
I'll slice it open.
The only thing I also have to comment on, so Tommy was definitely a dick. At the end, I don't know if you saw this part.
What was up with him?
I don't know. So MJ starts crying, talking about her dad.
Like that side of him.
No, and she starts crying, talking about Champs, and is like, everybody was here for me, like, and she shouts out her assistant, and she's like crying, you know, like, you were here for me, and Tommy goes, she's paid, like in the middle of her crying. It was so fucked up, and everybody was like, dude, what the fuck? So I don't know. He's in a zone.
Acting weird.
He is. I didn't really have any other Shahs thoughts. Do you?
I just think there should be a spin-off. I don't know why there's not with just MJ and Reza, because they're really all I want to watch.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
they have to be together.
Yes. I don't know. I honestly wish that it was Mike, Gigi, MJ, and Reza. I don't need anybody else.
Yeah, Gigi too. And it could be a half hour, and it could be year-round.
Oh, year-round? I don't know about year-round.
I just love it all the time, but I don't need an hour of it. They just do a lot of wasted time.
Yeah, that's true. Like. Okay, we're going to wrap up our Bravo breakdown to wrap up the season of Below Deck Med. And so, again, we had our interview with Brooke Lawton that is available everywhere you're listening to us. And so she was super sweet. So it was interesting to kind of watch it and see after us knowing like the stuff about her and Joao.
I know.
It was very interesting.
What a jerk.
So the guests are still the awkward stepmom and the stepdaughters. And like the first couple seconds they're like waiting for the stepmom and she's like, where is she, getting her life together, to like the husband, to the dad. They just hate each other so much. It's crazy.
Oh God, what misery. That seems like a nightmare.
Hannah continues to bitch about freaking Prague.
$400.
$400.
Give me a break.
And Conrad, I love Conrad. He could give a shit. He was over it.
Yeah, I loved it until she was like
raped him.
Yes.
It was a little rapey.
Creepy.
It was a little
rapey. Bizarre, and that cameraman should have
stepped
away.
in there.
That was yeah, I love your brain. You're hilarious. You are. That's why we're friends, for that comment right there.
Yeah, so the stepdaughter gets like absolutely hammered and passes the fuck out on the boat and has to be like carried down to the room. She's not even speaking words. It was amazing. I have to say, Hannah's been really annoying this season, but she called it with Joao and Brooke. She says to her, she goes, in 6 months you are going to regret that you ever blah, blah, blah. And they broke up 6 months later. It's crazy.
He seems like he genuinely likes her, but he's just a stupid douche.
Yeah, because he like was saying like, I could never tell Brooke how much she's meant to me, but she means a lot to me. I'm like, what? And then to hear her, I mean, it sounds like, you know, they lasted a while, so it must have gone okay.
Like
but
you're trying to screw Casey the whole time. And
I know.
When they kissed, it was meant to be.
Right. It's crazy.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So they go out to dinner with Captain Sandy, and they were like,
I love Captain Sandy.
Yeah. They were like, Conrad, what are you doing over the summer? And Brooke was like, not going to Prague. Like, totally.
That was amazing.
Hilarious.
I loved her more than anything in the whole world.
It was so good.
And she's so freaking hilarious.
And Hannah loses her shit, starts telling Joao that he's like the worst person ever. And she climbs over him all dramatically, her ass hanging out, and it's like yelling. It was just so dramatic. And so
I liked how he was like, I'm a gentleman, I won't climb over you. It's like, yeah, that was probably a really good call, actually.
I agree, because then she'd be like, why are you climbing over me? That's aggressive. Da, 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 da.
He looks really hot in the reunion trailer, that he didn't look hot to me the whole time.
Interesting.
But
so Conrad runs away from Hannah and locks himself in another room, and she goes and finds him. So she started whispering like, do you mind if I go see my friend on his yacht? Yeah. Even if he wants to have sex with me. Like, I was like, what? And then she essentially made him have sex with her. It was so weird. It was a weird ending.
Yeah. And she was like, I'm offering you sex or a blowjob, and you're turning it down. And then they're so good at getting her moaning. It's so gross. Ugh. They probably used it from last year.
So do you think that they did not have sex up to that point? Is that what that means?
I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did.
No, because she said, how can you go 6 weeks without this or this? Like it made
she said that before?
Yeah, like while she's trying to like get him to have sex with her.
Oh, really? I didn't catch that.
So there's no way, right? They had to have had sex.
Oh yeah, they banged and then they were holding hands the next morning.
Yeah, it was weird.
And she knew it was now or never. She's like, I guess maybe if they didn't, she was like, I gotta screw this guy now or never.
Throw out that birth control. She's trying to trap him.
Maybe Conrad was a little pussy and he never banged her out in the bathroom or the laundry room.
That's what I'm thinking, because like she literally made it sound like they'd never had sex.
Wow, because that's what he was. Remember in the Rocky, like they were banging in the laundry room.
Yeah. The other thing I think is funny about this show is that they make them leave like the real world. Like they all make them leave one at a time till there's like one person left.
Yeah, that was like the real world. That's
right?
Hilarious. You're right. I love that. That's hilarious.
It's like, what's the point?
So right.
Because they're probably all going to the same freaking airport. Like, and most of them live in Florida.
You're so right. That's so hilarious. Then they're off like do with their backpack, like going off to summer camp.
So stupid.
Why? And there was one thing that bothered me about Brooke because I love her so much. Why didn't Hannah say, I'm sorry, too, for saying fuck off? Brooke apologized, and Hannah didn't say, I'm sorry, too. She just said, that's okay. No, you should have said, I'm sorry, too.
Yeah, no, I know. I think Brooke is the bigger person there, and she just didn't want it to be awkward.
Oh, in the flashback real quick with Hannah saying, I'm falling in love with him, Captain Sandy. It's just like, oh, my God. If I was Captain Sandy, I would have wanted to just smack her across the face when she's
so patient with all these idiots.
You're too old for this bullshit.
Right. She's so patient with all of them. She's like, Conrad, like Captain Sandy was saying how Conrad, was in love and then he got it together. I'm like, you are the nicest boss ever. Because I would have been like, get your fucking shit together. She's just like, Captain Sandy, I think, is my favorite captain for sure. She's just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be back to talk once Below Deck, the OG, comes back. We'll be recapping that for you all. So we're going to wrap up this episode with our new segment that we'll be bringing to you live every episode, which is Allegedly. So you can take a guess, but we're going to be talking rumors. So what do we got for our Allegedlys today?
Kristen Dowdy of Vanderpump Rules is knocked up, pregnant, sperminated, folks. Pulled a Justine.
I love that. So where did you see this? Because I've heard this rumor as well.
We saw it on Instagram, and
they got a picture of her, right?
She's a very slim gym woman. She has, she looks really good, actually. So I think she has a little bit extra meat on her bones, and she looks great. But she's definitely got a bun in the oven, I think. I really do. She wasn't in Las Vegas either, and I've been watching everything. She hasn't been around much. And none
Why
of her
aren't
pictures
her and the
show
boyfriend
her stomach after the past few months. Why hasn't he proposed to her?
Exactly. That was my question.
And I don't like him. He's a loser.
I don't mind him, but I don't understand.
Dumped her after she banged Jason Kennedy next to the. He's a loser to me. I don't think he seems like he's doing much with his life. He seems like he's glomming onto her.
But what else would she get? You know what I mean?
She needs a man. I think she could get like a 45-year-old man with an established life who likes a crazy person to slob on the knob.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't know. She's crazy. I mean, she's calmed down a lot, but I really wonder if she's pregnant. That's gonna be wild. I hope they get it on film.
I have a feeling she is.
Yeah.
I think she's pregnant a lot more than David Bedour's.
Oh, and that's the other rumor alert. You showed me that picture too. I think she is pregnant. Right?
Do you?
David Bedour's
Instagram?
Yeah. So the Instagram post that we're referring to, they deleted.
Let's shout out to them.
It's Bravo Obsessed. Oh, no. I'm saying that I think the original photo got deleted, but they caught it. So it's on Bravo.
2 Bravo Housewives or something.
Bravo.obsessed, and they reposted it from 2 Bravo sisters. And it's
2 Bravo sisters. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's like the 2 of them.
It's a juicy picture, right?
Wait, I don't get what's happening. There's like a kid.
Well, they blacked out the kid's face. Then she has an egg with a chickadee coming out that's right on her tummy. And she's a sociopath. You can see it in her face. Then he has...
She put these
chicken,
here? Chicken head?
David Bedour is wearing a chicken... An inflatable chicken head, a balloon animal chicken head.
Wait.
He's wearing it.
Wait, explain to me. Did she post this with the chicken
and they're
thing?
on an escalator. Yeah. I don't know.
Like, are those added? Then I don't understand this at all.
I don't know. But I think she did it. I don't think it's edited Photoshop.
So she put a chick in there and somebody took a screenshot of it.
Yes. I think they got it before she deleted it.
Oh my God.
And then she deleted her entire account.
If she's pregnant,
she was talking shit to, and you know what? She probably doesn't care because she knows she has him locked in. So she can delete her Instagram.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't.
Good. I'm glad he's got to deal with having kids at 50.
Yeah, so she took it down right after she posted it. I bet she is freaking pregnant.
I bet you.
Woo, the drama.
Oh, I bet you. Because he's got livable sperm. Look at him,
of course, men can get people pregnant fucking 85 years old. It's ridiculous. Okay, we're going to end it there.
It's a pretty cool balloon animal hat, though, if I have to say. Somebody did a good job on that.
It's a weird photo. I don't get it at all.
David Bador actually looks pretty bangable in that picture.
Yeah, and shout out to two Bravo sisters. I just went through their Instagram page. It looks pretty good.
If he wore that hat while he was banging me.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Okay, so we are gonna wrap it up for today, but again, we are on iTunes. Please subscribe, write us a review. We really want to hear from you. We can't thank everybody.
We love it so much.
We can't thank you enough, everybody who's listened so far. It's so cool. There's like a real community out here who are reality TV lovers like us, so it makes us feel good. So we're on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, as well as YouTube. Spotify. Did I say that?
Baby.
And we're also Escape to Reality Podcast on IG and Escape to Pod on Twitter. So find us on all the places. We live tweet on Twitter. We love interacting with everybody out there who watches all the same trash we do. And we'll be back with our 90 Day Fiance Jersey Shore episode, and then Married to Med, and then we're just gonna keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling, 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 rolling.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah, you like that? So we'll be back, folks. We'll see you next week. Have a fantastic, fantastic weekend, and we'll talk soon.
Adios.
Adios.